Morning, hounds. How you doing, Anna? Hey guys, it's finally dry enough to go again, a little bit anyway. We've got a couple of fields that'll go right now. We still need a little more drying weather to really be able to get on all of our stuff, but we do have a couple of fields that we can get to, and we're going to throw in some test plots today, and we're also going to throw in our F2F seed from FBN, and we'll walk you through some of that. We're going to go toss some bags right now into the seed tender and get ready to go. Nobody behind me, nobody in front. Clear to turn. So for right now, we're just planting out the seed that we had in the planter, which is a channel 97-day variety. It's a popular hybrid that we really like. We're gonna finish planting that out, and then we're actually gonna split what we have left of that variety with the F2F seed. So it'll be a late 97-day versus a true 102-day. So just a little bit of a difference there in maturity, but overall pretty close. I'm excited to see how they compare to each other. We know this 97-day really well, so we're going to be able to see just exactly how the two corns compare to each other. And you can see after the work that I did to the row cleaners the other day, I loosened up some bolts just a little bit on the mounting hardware and put a little bit of dry lube on some of the bushings that move, and I got them working a lot better. I think the biggest thing was just getting them out here in the field where they have soil contact, and a little bit of pressure on them just kind of helps put them in their place where they're supposed to be. It's a little tough to see, but here you can see I've got my up pressure and down pressure set to closer settings where they're supposed to be. Things are working pretty good here. I think the real test will be when we get on some of the cornstalk residue and start planting soybeans. For the other farmers out there, the guys who run the planters, do you just hate going around the field with the planter on the left side? It just feels wrong. It's like it doesn't work. I feel like I'm trying to write my name left-handed. It just isn't right. There's no controls at your fingertips. I'm not used to it at all. Farming. Got all the monitors up and going here. Got the planter going. It's difficult to see, but in here you can see where the seed is getting down low on this side. There's probably only one unit of seed left in there, or one bag of seed, which is about 80,000 kernels. So when I get back to this end of the field, I'm going to actually drive up, meet Dad over there with the seed tender, and we're going to end up putting the FBN seed, the conventional seed, on that left side of the planter.
The 102-day, that should be good next to this. It should be a good comparison, I think.
I think so too. They should end up pretty close on relative maturity because it's such a late 97 day, so we should get some good tests out of this.
I think so. Do you just want to turn to the west and all back into the field? Is that what we should do?
Yeah, that's probably going to be the easiest, the less screwing around in the corner here. There's our FBN F2F seed going in. The first stuff we have planted or will plant. We're gonna hold off a little bit before we get to plant this seed because I've got to go home and grill burgers for Mother's Day. I'll have to come back this afternoon. Gotta do what you gotta do. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. It'll be late by the time you get this, but I still mean it. Burgers. Back to farming. So I've gotten this question several times. People are wondering what the white powder is that we mix in with our seed when we're filling it into the seed tender. What that is a talcum powder, or basically it's baby powder that we add, and it acts like a dry lubricant to the internal planter parts, so that the air in the vacuum system within the planter can move the seed a little more easily through the planter. And then the row units on the insides themselves, the internal units, the moving components, have that dry lubricant around them. Because you can't put any kind of a wet lubricant in there. The talcum doesn't do anything for the seeds. It just it helps the planter work better and work smoother, so that you get a better, more consistent planting rate. That's the idea. Our first 102-day hybrid of the F2F seed that we've been planting, we are out of right now. I'm going to throw a couple bags of a 92-day maturity in there. What that number is just the relative maturity number that's given to the seed. The 92 day is going to be a little bit earlier, so it doesn't take quite as long to mature. It should dry down a little quicker in the fall. But ultimately, the 102 day should have a little bit of longer season behind it, and hopefully will yield better. Sometimes that's the case, sometimes it's not. They both have good and bad about them when it comes to maturity. So we're out on this side, out of the 102 day. We're gonna throw the shorter day stuff in. We just got a couple bags of that here to throw in, so we're gonna do a few strips here. Otherwise, we are almost done with the main big part of the field here. Once we're done with this, we're gonna jump over here and plant the test plot for the county. Is it only you? Oh, you got onyx? Ooh, good pizza too. The first thing we got to do here is dump the rows, get the row units clear of the seed we had in there. We've blocked them off so the center field can't feed these row units, and we'll be putting a different type of seed in the outer wings every time we go back and forth. And then we'll compare all these varieties to each other in the fall. I was just getting ready to explain to you guys what this test plot is all about, what the money goes for, and how we decide what to plant on it. But now we've got a problem. These are supposed to be plugged in to this area here, and they're not supposed to be all twisted up and dragging on the ground, which means we need the correct parts, we need the correct tools to fix that. And Deere is not going to be open tonight because it is a Sunday night, Sunday evening, Mother's Day. So we are dead in the water until tomorrow morning. We'll be back out here right away in the morning trying to fix that, get this test plot in, then we'll move on to other things. But for tonight, we are done. I don't know what time it is, probably, it must be 7, 8 o'clock anyway, so. That's a wrap for today. Unfortunately, it's come to an early end. I guess you guys will just have to watch the next video to see what this is all about. Thanks for watching. Hey, pipe layer, did you bring me beer or did you just bring me a bill?
Just a bill.
Dang it.
That's all we got.
Thanks for nothing.